5 News at Noon starts now.
Devastating floods in Texas have killed at least 82 people, with dozens more still missing. The latest as the rescue efforts continue. And President Trump says letters are going out to countries as the tariff deadline approaches, why the deadline appears to be shifting once again. Well, thank you for joining us for your 5 News at Noon. I'm Morgan Wrigley here, joined by Stephen Elmore. Monday after a holiday is always fun. It sounds like not too much change in the weather from what we had over the weekend, and it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, sure. At least for everybody heading back to work for this Monday. The sun's out right now. It's not too bad out there. But another day today, we'll have at least the chance for a few spotty thunderstorms once again into the afternoon and evening hours. Here's a look outside right now. Plenty of sunshine breaking out, but definitely some extra cloud coverage there. Across the river valley, that's where those closest thunderstorms are going to be, as they're still in southern Oklahoma. Warm out there this afternoon until it's upper 80s and low 90s when it comes to what it feels like there in northwest Arkansas. 90 in Huntsville, 90 in Bentonville. Across the river valley, a little bit warmer. More than likely, we'll see some triple digits today for that heat index. 99 there in Boonville, 96 in Fort Smith, 94 currently in Van Buren, factoring that in, that humidity in. When you look at radar out there this afternoon, lots of us are seeing plenty of sunshine, but we talked about that extra cloud coverage across the river valley because we're eventually going to start to see some thunderstorms develop, very spotty activity over the next couple of hours. Here's a look there in northwest Arkansas. Lots of sunshine breaking out right now, but with the spotty activity, we could see a few quick downpours once we get into the afternoon. Across the river valley, while it's not great right now when it comes to the coverage of those spotty thunderstorms, already starting to see a few pop up there. One there in Sebastian County, one moving into parts of LaFleur County as well. We'll increase those rain chances by the time we get later on this evening. Tomorrow and Wednesday also has the chances for some of that spotty activity, and we could see some marginally severe thunderstorms. We'll talk about that in the full forecast coming up.
Thank you, Stephen. And Central Texas is mourning the loss of dozens of people, including young summer campers, after this weekend's catastrophic floods. According to authorities, the floodwaters killed more than 80 people. That number could continue to rise. Nydia Cavazos reports from Kerrville, Texas.
Camp Mystic has issued the statement saying it is grieving the loss of 27 campers and counselors who died during the devastating flooding that hit Central Texas over the 4th of July weekend. Officials say the death toll is expected to rise as they continue the desperate search for the missing.
We are still currently in the primary search phase, which is the rapid one. They're running into a lot of technical challenges with terrain, with water, even potentially, with weather.
8-year-old camper Lenny McCown of Austin died in the storm. Her father confirmed, as did 18-year-old Chloe Childress, a counselor from the Houston area who had just graduated high school, and Camp Mystic's longtime owner, 74-year-old Dick Eastland.
Thank God my granddaughters are okay.
Georgia Congressman Buddy Carter said his 2 grandchildren survived, but their cousin, 9-year-old Janie Hunt, died. She's related to Kansas City Chiefs owner Clark Hunt.
God has wrapped his arms around her, in our thoughts and prayers with all of them.
In Kerrville, Emily Gutierrez told CBS News her cousin Leo's house was swept from its foundation. She said Leo, his wife, and their 2-year-old son are still missing.
As much as we want to pray and hope, there's only so much a human can actually hold on. All the muck, all the dirty water, all the trash, the trees.
Jessica James says she's volunteering in search and rescue operations.
It's gut-wrenching watching all of this happen. I mean, it happened so fast, and I wanted to come out sooner, but I also didn't want to be in the way of waiting for things to get done.
The floodwater surged early Friday. The National Weather Service says extreme rainfall caused the Guadalupe River to swell more than 20 feet in less than 1 hour. Nydia Cavazos, CBS News, Kerrville, Texas.
President Trump plans to visit the flood-ravaged areas later this week. And people across the world have donated more than $2 million so far toward flooding recovery. Singer Shakira donated part of the proceeds from her Saturday night show in San Antonio to the city's Catholic charities. That nonprofit is directly helping flood victims. The Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans joined the NFL Foundation to support the victims. Red Cross has chosen not to donate due to the outpouring of funds. Instead, they're focusing their efforts on the ground, providing shelter and meeting immediate needs. And crews from Oklahoma are also lending a hand in the Texas Hill Country. Governor Kevin Stitt says 2 swift water rescue teams from Tulsa and Oklahoma City deployed Friday under a national mutual aid agreement. They're helping local crews search for survivors. Officials also say 2 Oklahoma emergency management staffers will soon head to Austin to assist with coordinating the wider disaster response. Well, new at noon, the city of Fayetteville announces an emergency water line repair today. It's happening at the executive airport at Drake Field. Could impact areas south of the airport. Those areas include Greenland, West Fork, and the Mount Olive Water Association. City says periodic disruptions in water service may occur into this evening. Well, President Trump hosts Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at the White House this evening, following their joint offensive on Iran's nuclear sites. The Trump administration will also be mailing out letters to trading partners ahead of a key tariff deadline.
President Trump says today at noon letters will be going out to up to 15 trading partners, encouraging them to make a deal.
We've made deals also, so we're going to have a combination of letters, and some deals have been made.
But so far, deals have only been announced with the UK and Vietnam, in addition to an agreement with China. White House National Economic Council Director Kevin Hassett suggested more are on the way.
There's going to be quite a bit of news this week, and I think the headline of the news is that there are going to be deals that are finalized.
While the administration had set Wednesday as the next deadline, it's now saying higher tariffs might not take effect until August 1st, giving them an extra couple of weeks for negotiations. President Trump is also pushing for a ceasefire deal between Israel and Hamas. He's hosting Prime Minister Netanyahu here at the White House for his 3rd visit of the second Trump administration.
I think there's a good chance we have a deal with Hamas during the coming week.
The meeting this evening comes a little more than 2 weeks after the U.S. joined Israel's offensive on Iranian nuclear sites. The president says he'll also speak with Netanyahu about a permanent deal with Iran. Natalie Brand, CBS News, the White House.
Well, here at home this afternoon, Stacy Drake is set to appear before a judge in Sallisaw for the deadly shooting of 2 people in Sequoyah County. Drake is facing 3 counts of first-degree murder. He's accused of killing Philip Emerson in Canadian County before making his way to Sequoyah County, Oklahoma, where 2 other victims, Tara Underwood and Taylor Sharp, were killed. If convicted, he faces the possibility of the death penalty. That hearing is set to begin here in a little over an hour at 1:30 this afternoon. We'll bring you any updates on this right here on 5 News. And starting today, applications are open for a federal program that helps low-income households cover their energy bills. To apply for the Low-Income Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, you'll need a valid photo ID, electric and gas bills, proof of income, and a Social Security card for every member of your household. LIHEAP applications are open online or at a local community-based organization. It operates during both winter and summer, but the summer program specifically targets electric bills to help cover the cost of cooling your home. According to the Crawford-Sebastian Community Development Council, income guidelines start at just over $2,200 per month for a 1-person household. For a family of 4, the limit is just over $4,300, and for 6 people, it's just over $5,700 per month. Local case managers say the assistance is critical in times of extreme summer temperatures and rising costs.